holiday lanes for the finals of the Youth Top 10 Junior Boys Division. This is John Thompson Jr. with Jim J.J. Johnson. And our finalists today are Kermit Justice, #1 qualifier, and Jeff Clark. Kermit will start the match.
14 years old, averaging 180 first state.
Starts off with a big banger. Authoritative strike.
Whoosh. Looks like he came ready to bowl. Last year's Bantam champion, I believe, right here. Jeff Clark. Yep. Now 12 years old, bowling in June. Also going out of first state.
Run a little bit high that time, like 3.6710.
High game of 254. In 602 high series.
Got a shot here.
Yes, he does. Look at that.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Excellent shot.
Averaging 171 at first state.
In the 5-man stepladder finals, Art Bennett, who qualified 5th, defeated Rob Sylvester, 159-145.
And there's Jeff with a nice shot. Interesting thing here, says here that Rita Justice helped Jeff along in his bowling.
That's an excellent person to have teaching you.
And there she is.
Speaking of her, there she is.
Also
the first, I guess you could call her the first lady of bowling in Delaware.
Yep, sure can. Come a little fast there.
The rest of your stepladder finals, Art Bennett lost to Jeff Clark 202-157. And Jeff Clark defeated David Carter 202-195 to advance to the finals.
Ball skids the last second, chop through.
28 for Kermit through 2. Needs to forget the open and come back with a good shot. Kermit gets pretty good rotation on a ball for a young left-hander.
Sure does. Of course, he probably been bowling since he was born. His parents owned a bowling establishment.
Nice spare, good cover. If he learned anything from his mother, he learned how to make spares.
True. You don't get that rotation on his ball either. Moved the pins apart.
Bowler's favorite strike, the wall shot.
To practice about every day. Look at this.
That's a
3-bagger for the little Jeff. Kermit go to work here. Kermit 14 goes to St. Edmunds, 8th grade.
Jeff makes a big split right out of the gate and comes back with a 3-bagger.
Nice right there.
And there's a retaliatory shot by Kermit Justice.
Both of these guys came ready to bowl.
It's 48 through 3 for Kermit with a strike going. 20 in the first for Jeff with a 3-bagger. 5-10 on a late hit. I see you shaking your head, Jim. Is that too much speed or a bad break or what happened?
I think he might have thrown that ball just a little too fast and give it a chance to break right at the end. Didn't quite grab. Throw the same shot, I'll probably make it.
Possibilities.
Yep.
Excellent try. Gives Kermit 76 through 5. We'll take a short break in the action now. We'll be right back. Holiday Lanes, Junior Top 10 Finals. We have Jeff Clark bowling in the 5th frame. Shakes out the 5 on a late hit. Leaves the 7 pin.
Got a break there. Almost the same shot as Kermit had for the right-hander. He got the break and got rid of it. A little slower ball speed. And right on the spare.
Good spare, good spare. That gives Jeff 99 through 4 frames with a spare working. Could possibly be up 43 pins on Kermit.
Got a break. Rushed a little bit, came up high.
Just a 6 pin to shoot at. Gives him 118 in the 5th frame. It's a 42 pin lead over Kermit.
Nice spare. Kermit's going to have to go to work here.
In the qualifying rounds, Kermit shot 590 and 651 for a 1241 combined total. Jeff shot 577 and 566. That's not bad bowling for young fellows.
Really good.
1-3-10. And a little too fast on the approach, Jim.
Yeah, look that way. Rushing his shot.
Good recovery.
Looks like both these bowlers have super games. There's a break. Need something to start with.
96 through 6 frames for Kermit Justice with a strike working. Jeff Clark 118 in the 5th frame on a spare. This young fella certainly doesn't let that famous name scare him.
A little fast.
Quick feet are the death of us all, I think.
I'm sure he'll give us a good try. He made that tough one in the 1st frame. Nope. Didn't get there.
Open frame in a 7th frame. 143 through 7 for Jeff Clark.
Jeff can slow down a little bit. Take his time, think about what he's doing. That looks good. Oh, a little late, a little late.
Before this game's over, we'd like to thank Joe Conte, our statistician, for keeping score for us.
I wondered who that was next to me.
It's a fine young junior bowler, Jim. Coming along. I think he's up to about 170, 175 now.
Gotta learn to make spares. Needs this one here. Same thing Jeff had. Go fast, didn't get there.
You think that comes from the desire to just overpower the ball?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Good try. This Kermit 124 through 8.
Strikeout here tonight to test for 184. Jeff's working on a 203 pace through 8. And Kermit's going to have to go to work here. No.
247 on a high hit. Good cover.
Well, he broke that up. We're going to have to watch out for these two guys.
I'll stay away from them. I think they're ready.
Already.
160 in the 8s for Jeff.
No, it didn't know.
Oh, tipped a 3 and couldn't knock it over. He's practicing that 3, 6, 7, 10 he made earlier.
Sure was.
169 through 9 for Jeff Clark.
He'll need 6 pins to shut out Kermit.
I think that'll do it. Oh, wrap 10. There's your stinger for you. I'm still waiting for you to explain to me why that happens.
Speed, too fast, direction to the pocket.
And a lot of bad luck.
Right. Lose a revolution or 2 going.
Good spare, good spare. He's going to shoot in the 80s. Possible 189 for Jeff Clark.
Back-to-back winners for him, too. Yeah, won last year in the Bantam Boys, now a winner in the Junior
Good
Boys.
solid finish, 188 for Jeff Clark. Picked up where he left off last year in the Bantam division.
That's that way.
Four pin just laid in the gutter. Refused to tap that 7 out. Just wasn't Kermit's day, I don't think.
No.
Lines up with 152 to Jeff Clark's 188. And Jeff Clark's the winner in the Junior Boys Youth Top 10 Division Finals. And we'll be right back after a short break.
Welcome to Inside Bowling this week. We have with us Mike Durbin, who is on the Pro Tour and has been there for quite a while. And he's also behind the scenes. You hear him a lot on the USA. And how you doing this week? How do you think the lanes are?
Well, the lanes seem like so far like it's an outside shot. In other words, most of the players are going to be playing close to the first arrow or near the channel of the lane. And it seems like there's going to be a pretty good shot in the scores. I would estimate to be reasonably high.
Which do you prefer to do? Do you prefer to bowl or do you prefer to do the commentary?
Well, I enjoy the commentating a lot more than I do the bowling. I've been doing the bowling for 17 years now, and I'm a little bit tired of it. But I would rather be bowling because that means I'm going to be making more money.
What got you interested in bowling originally?
Well, I came by it quite naturally. My parents were both bowlers. I was almost born in a bowling center. They owned a small 8-lane center in Burbank, California, and I grew up bowling and practicing a lot. Very natural.
Were you ever a junior bowler?
I never really participated in junior leagues as such. I started bowling in a men's league when I was 15. That was really the first league that I competed in, but I bowled as a junior. I just didn't do it in junior leagues.
What kind of average did you carry the first year? Do you remember?
Well, when I was 15 in that men's league, I carried 179. I missed by one total pin of being 180.
How many years have you been on the tour now?
17. This will be the finish of my 17th year.
And you hit most of the stops?
Well, yeah, I'm bowling close to 30 tournaments every year, yes.
And how do you get from the different tournaments? Do you have a van, or how do you get there?
I have a motorhome that I travel in every week. It's getting quite old now. It's a contest to see which is going to last longer, the motorhome or me.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot for being on the show.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back with more of the Bowlers Gazette right after this.
From the past.
He thinks he's eating chicken pie. He isn't, though. Actually, he's eating Worthington chicken flavor pie. It contains no meat or meat byproducts. Worthington products contain no cholesterol and are low in saturated fats. Pound for pound, Worthington products are more nutritious and less expensive, and that's important to us.
And it tastes good, too.
It's John Thompson Jr. with JJ Jimmy Johnson at Holiday Lanes today for the Youth Top 10 Finals in the Junior Girls Division. Final match is going to be Jill Houtchens against Stephanie Marek.
Stephanie a little late on that first shot, I guess. That's Jill.
That's Jill.
Yeah, Jill a little late.
Jill starts out with a spare. Jill was the qualifying leader with a 10.78 for 2 3-game sets, 5.37 and 5.41. Stephanie qualified 4th. In a stepladder final, she defeated Carla Caruso 165 to 153. Michelle Turner, she defeated 153 to 143. And Stephanie beat Kim Solinger 176 to 114 to get to the final match.
Stephanie, last year's champion of Bantam Prep Girls Division. Now 13. Averaging 160 with Bolorama.
Okay, both girls start out the match with spares. Stephanie is from Bolorama, did you say?
Yep.
And Jill is from Brookside.
Stephanie's been in the finals the last 2 years. Last year winning the Bantam, and the year before 5th.
Strike.
Jill finished 3rd in the juniors last year.
And crossed over, left a 5-pin. Okay, 2 9 spares for Jill, gives her 19 in the first.
Jill's 14, averaging 163 at Brookside.
That's some pretty hefty averages for young ladies.
It sure is. High game of 231.
And a Brooklyn strike for Jill in the 3rd frame. Gives her 39 in the 2nd.
609 high series. Here's Stephanie, who has a high game of 213 and the high series of 564.
A good 9 count on that nose hit.
Throwing a fingertip ball. Both girls are.
Stephanie is shooting a 6-pin. Makes the correct move to the left side of the lane. Cross alley, looks like she has it. Well executed shot. Like that Brooklyn side. Seems to be carrying.
Sure does.
That gives Stephanie 60 in the third, strike working in the fourth. And Jill with a 39 through 2 and a strike in the third. Like she rushed that a little. 7-pin count. 1-2-9 leave. Not necessarily a very easy spare.
It's not. Power strike ball here, she'll make it. And she did that.
Good cover. Both these girls have been well schooled in the basics of spare shooting, you can tell. That's 59 through the third with a spare working for Jill, 60 through the third on a strike working for Stephanie.
Jill's in 9th grade at Newark. And you got a break there. Just even a single pin. Both girls here brought their average up from last year, 19 pins.
That's an excellent improvement.
Yes, sir, it is over 1 year. And a nice spare.
Okay, brings a 3-pin in. 78 through 4, working on a spare, and we'll take a short break in the action right now. We'll be right back. Holiday in the Youth Top 10 Finals. Stephanie Marek in the 5th frame, leaving a 5-pin on a Brooklyn hit. I'm here today with Jim J.J. Johnson.
Thanks to spare, John, we got a 2-pin game. And she did that easy.
Okay, both girls are clean through 5 frames.
Both look like they have pretty good accuracy.
This is a junior girls division finals. Stephanie qualified 4th and defeated 3 opponents to face Jill in this final game. A little high.
Girl staying right around the head pin, either side of it, but nothing disastrous shit. Making their spares. Another spare.
All right. That gives Stephanie 99 through 5 frames with a spare. Jill coming up is, let's say, 2 pins behind.
Jersey.
Trip 6 on a Brooklyn.
Now have a 1-pin game.
It gives Jill 98 through 5 with a strike working. Can take the lead with this shot. She's very aggressive to the line. I like that in a younger bowler.
Yeah. Make the spare and stay 1 pin behind Stephanie. Nice spare.
Okay, 118 through 6 for Jill Houtchens, working on a spare in a 7th.
Girls are impressive on their spares.
They're considerably better than a lot of guys I bowl with.
This is true.
A little wide.
Oh, the count hurt. It puts her 2 pins down with the spare.
Stephanie going after the 2-4-5 spare in the 7th frame. Has now fallen 2 pins down.
You should go a little fast there and rush that shot. Oh,
Tough
there's
pick,
that
tough pick. It gives Stephanie 125 through the 7th frame. Trip 6 again.
All right. This is everybody's favorite hit.
Why not? That's what they have 2 sides of hip in for, right?
See if Joe can answer back with a strike here.
Brooklyn hit again.
Yes.
Not quite the action she had last time she hit on that side. Left a 6-pin, gives her 137 in the 7th frame.
And almost there.
I don't think there's anything that we can really say about these girls to improve them, JJ. They're just keep right on marking.
You sure do. That's a big thing here. Stay clean.
Looks like a good
nice shot there. Oh, that 5-pin.
5-pin on a late hit.
But relatively easy spare.
156 in the 8th frame for Jill. An easy 5-pin spare to shoot at.
She's getting 9. It's keeping that count up. She's not losing any pins in count. It's good.
Very nice shot.
Puts that pressure on Stephanie right here. Foundation frame.
Stephanie has 125 through 7, working on a strike in the 8th.
Billy could use this one right here.
Good shot.
Sure is.
Oh, 3 pins laying around a 7-pin and wouldn't push it off. Needs to bring this one in.
Nice spare.
Stephanie 145 through 8 with a spare in the 9th. Jill 156 through 8 with a spare in the 9th. And a big ball here, Jimmy.
Needs a strike. Ooh.
Run a little high, left a 4-7-10.
Yeah, she really has to make an effort here.
She needs to go for this one.
She does. She'll make Jill more.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Nice chance. Oh,
I think she'd had everybody jumping on that
yes,
shot.
she did. Real good effort.
Stephanie finishes with a 170 game.
Real nice game.
Jill needs to get 5 pins.
She needs 3. She got plenty.
There it is. All right. 129 leave gives her 173 in the 9th frame.
Well, we've had four games here, and everybody's been over their average. They're really going well today so far.
Kids like that head-to-head competition.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice spare.
Jill's going to be in the 190s. A real clean game. No opens.
One bad break for Stephanie and 1 miss. And Jill has a clean game.
191.
191 game. 191 for Jill Houtchens, 170 for Stephanie Marek. Take a short break and we'll be back for more exciting action.
Welcome to Inside Bowling this week. With me now is Jay Robinson, and Jay is on the AMF staff. And Jay, what does that entail?
Well, there are three of us bowlers out here on tour on the AMF staff, Joe Berardi, Tom Baker, and myself. And we mainly do personal appearances, grand openings, bowling clinics. I've been to Europe about 10 times in the last 7 years. And it entails a lot of traveling and a little extra work for us on our off times.
What ever got you interested in bowling to begin with?
Well, my father bowled, and he was in construction, so every time it rained, I was always, I'd look out, and if there was clouds, I'd get my bowling ball and wait for it to rain, then meet him at the bowling alley. So I started at a young age. I was like 8 or 9 when I started, and mainly it was my father. He bowled in leagues. I'd go watch him bowl, and I just got interested in it that way.
Did you bowl in the junior program at all?
Yeah, I really started in the junior program before it was real big like it is now, but I started on my Saturday morning leagues and after-school leagues.
What kind of average did you carry as a junior?
I carried about in the 160s, I would say. I didn't average 200 till I was about 17, and I went from 183 to 204, I think, and then I've been above 200 since then.
And how long have you been on the tour?
Too long. I've been on the tour for, this is my 14th year, I think. 13 full year traveling.
I noticed just a couple of minutes ago you had somebody over there helping you bowl, giving you a little bit of coaching. Do most of the pros actually have that?
Yeah, there's a lot of camaraderie out here, I think. We bowl, 35 weeks here, and like I said, I've been out here for 12, 13 years, and you get to know a lot of the players real well. In fact, most of your major friendships are out here because you're not home enough to really, meet new people. So whenever I'm in trouble, there's 3 or 4 people that I can go to and ask them, some questions. What am I doing wrong, mainly? And they'll pick out, hopefully, just one thing and not 5 or 6 that I can work on.
That's interesting to the bowlers at home. Most bowlers at home, they know they have problems with their game. They figure, oh, well, these pros, they know what they're doing all the time. They never have any problems. But obviously, everybody's human, and you get into a bad habit now and then.
Oh, definitely, especially traveling around the country bowling in 35 different bowling centers. Like in league, you can go, and hopefully the condition's the same every week. Around the country, we bowl in 35 different houses. The conditions are always different. We're either playing from the first board, second board, third board, like we are this week, into maybe the 4th arrow or the 20th board or deeper than that. So we never get to stay in one position and bowl one line the whole week. So there's a lot of changing, and that creates bad habits, and sometimes you're not comfortable on that line, so you'll have to correct something. It definitely puts you in a slump in a hurry.
Okay, Jay, thanks a lot for being with us here today.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more of the Bowlers Gazette right after this.